Welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Today, we're going to put some tires on some wheels, and then we're going to see if we can do them even better. So tires have a red dot and a yellow dot on the sidewall. Some of them have both, some of them only have a yellow dot. The yellow dot is the heaviest part of the tire. It's supposed to be aligned with the lightest part of the wheel, which in an aluminum wheel would be the valve stem. The red dot is the tallest part of the tire. If there's a red dot, you ignore the yellow dot. So after you go have your tires put on, go see if your dots are lined up with your valve stems. And then you'll have something to complain to the tire shop about, because they probably just slapped your tires on not paying attention to that. So I'm going to get these tires ready, and then we'll mount them up. That one's just got a yellow dot. That one doesn't look like it has any dots. Oh, is that a dot? That looks like a dot. Got a red dot. So let's get these wheels out of the box. Today we have new wheels and new tires. And they are not a reverse mount rim, so that's a bonus. Those are nice. Let's see if we can do these without scratching them all up. That one's bent. So right off the bat we got a bent rim. That's awesome. So it looks like we have different size front and rear wheels. That one's got a bend in it. So our front tires and our rear tires are different. Our front wheels and our rear wheels are different. So we'll try and keep these in order in their boxes, although this wheel is damaged, so we're going to put it back in the box, call the customer, and see if he wants us to move forward with this right now. So right off the bat, there's a delay in progress. That is my luck. Well, so I don't get blamed for damaging these, I'm going to pull all these out and check them. This one's got a huge curb check in it right there. We'll see what the customer wants to do. I'm going to go ahead and chuck these up on the balancer and spin them so that I can see what's going on with them. Because these are not new rims, these are reconditioned rims. Or at least that's what they look like. And all the boxes are open. So I want to check them over for damage so that I don't, or the shop doesn't, get blamed for damage to the wheels, because that does happen, and they do get damaged from time to time. So I have my inner cone to make my wheel centered on the balancer. I'm going to use the clad adapter, which unfortunately makes it more of a risk of damaging the wheel, getting this thing in and out of there. But it does a better job. Holding the wheel in place without causing damage to the front surface of the wheel, without putting any pressure indentations into the surface coating. That one's at least round. And That was a front, so we will mount a front tire on this guy. So 90% of the time when damage happens to a wheel, it's when it is being mounted up to the tire changing equipment. The valve stem in. I can't believe you got me a bent rim. Alright, need a front tire. A front tire for my front rim. Where's my dot? This one's a yellow dot tire. There we go. Yeah, it's always fun. These tires are not fun to install. Gonna need the other tool that I don't want to use because it's gonna scratch my rim. Good Lord, these are stiff tires. Get under that shoulder. One down. Yay. Now, looks like I managed to do that one without tearing the powder coat off the rim. So that's a good start. Trying to mount a rubber band on a tire. Come on, get it. You're gonna get it. It's gonna be loud. There's 2 pops every time. Oh, oh, oh. So I got my tire mounted on my wheel. Now it's time to do a balance. I'm going to first do a balance just to balance it as an assembly. And then I'll show you a road force, so we'll see if we can make it better than what it is as the original assembly. Now, I lined my yellow dot up with my valve stem. We'll see what our initial balance is. I should probably set my machine up first. Inside weight, my outside weight locations. You can also match your weight locations to the spokes, but you get a better overall balance by putting it wherever it needs to be. And we have black stick-on weights, so you won't be able to see them anyway. So let's balance this guy. Now that's a pretty good assembly. 1.25 ounces on the outside location and 0 ounces on the inside location. That's pretty darn good. Let's check road force just to see what the machine says for giggles. Oh yeah, I gotta set my tire pressure again because the machine wants to know its tire pressure. Tire, it's pretty smooth. That's good. So it's got a 20-pound road force in it. I'm going to measure the wheel real quick and see where the machine wants my wheel and tire to be in comparison to one another. Wheel's got a little bit of an irregularity to it. I can feel it on the inside. So it wants me to rotate the tire 90 degrees, and it says it'll get my road force from a 20-pound road force down to a predicted 11-pound road force. So we'll give that a shot. Now I only had a 1.25 ounces on the outside, so we'll see if our weights increase. And it wants this spot to be in line with the valve stem. Actually, just past it. I'm marking on the tire to not put paint on the freshly powder coated wheel, because that wouldn't be smart. So back over to the tire changer we go. So now I've rotated the tire on the wheel, a little more than 90 degrees, which is what the machine wanted, instead of the yellow dots at the valve stem. But again, these are used wheels that have been reconditioned, so the wheel may not be as good as what it could be. So now we will check our road force again, and we'll see what our weights turn out as after I put air in it. Oh, that's much better. So we obtained, we had 1 1/4 ounce on the outside and 0 on the inside. Now we have 0 on the outside and 0.5 ounce on the inside. So much better overall balance. The road force went down from 20 to 18 pounds. So not much of an improvement on the road force, but it's still acceptable road force limit. So I'll put 150 ounce black weight on the inside, and this tire is done. Now that being said, I had this wheel on and off each machine a couple of times to make this happen, so there's a lot of time involved with force matching a tire to a wheel. But when you want the best, time is what it takes. So I got, well, 2 more that I can do, and then the one with the bend in it, I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, so we'll figure that out. Wheel number 1. Oh. Let's put that back up on there. I actually put the weight on because I'm here trying to talk to the camera and Austin instead of focusing on my job, which is to actually balance the tire. So we'll balance that again. Look at that. It's still 0.5 ounce on the inside. I like that. Check our spin. Zero and 0. I like it. I can work with that. All right. So I checked my rear wheel for being round, and it seems to be okay. So we'll put a valve stem in this guy, and we'll drop a tire on there. Now these are staggered wheels and staggered tires. So the front wheels are a different size than the rear wheels, and the rear tires are a different size than the front tires. So when you're putting them together, you got to pay attention. And they're directional. So you got to pay attention to that too. And yes, the price of installing tires when they are shorter than a 45 series tire goes up quite a bit in cost, because they are such a pain in the rumpski to install. I actually have a tool that makes them easier to be installed. But when you look at this big hunk of metal, you kind of think you're going to damage the wheel more than what that's going to do, so you end up wrestling with it without any additional metal getting near it. So let me lube up this wheel and the tire. Lots of lube putting on tires. I like to wet this shoulder down because it helps the tire slide over it. Because otherwise, a lot of times the tire will stick to the rim and it won't seat, and it's a big pain to make it happen. Put my lube stick in its glory hole. So the last tire had a yellow dot. This tire has a red dot and a yellow dot, so we're going to match our valve stem up with the red dot, assuming we can get it over the tire. Oh. Red dot, valve stem. I do these really slow so that I can work the tire under. Get under that shoulder. There it goes. Oh, I hate 30 series tires. More than I hate 35 series tires. Go figure. Red dot valve stem. Put some air in here. Pops. 2 pops to every tire. Alright. Now if you're wondering why I take the valve core out of the valve stem, it's because it allows the air to get into the tire like 3 times as fast without the restriction in there, and it helps just get the tire seated that much faster. It's just a flat rate production thing. Different wheel size, new settings. Set my weight position. I'm not putting spoke locations in because I have my black stems. So, let's do a road course. Put some air in our tire. Let the machine do its thing. Tire's got a little bounce to it. Hey, a ½ ounce on the outside and a ¼ ounce on the inside. I'm happy with that. What our road force is. 25. A little more than I'd like to see. Let's see if we can make an improvement. So, measure rim run out. Try that again. It's kind of tricky with a rim like this because you have to ride it just on the top of the wheel instead of riding it in the groove that a lot of the older wheels had. This wheel actually has a bend to the barrel too. I didn't see it before, but I can feel it in my hand as it goes around. So this one's going to need another 45-degree move. So we want that. There. So 5 spokes over from the valve stick. So back over there. Here we go. Remember, every time this wheel goes on and off this piece of equipment, or that one, the technician has a risk of damaging an expensive wheel. For the amount of risk to damage to a wheel, it kind of makes you wonder why we don't charge more for doing this. Alright, so rotating the tire 45 degrees. We got our road force down to 15 pounds, which is much better than the 20 we started with. And we now have a 1 ounce on the outside and a ½ ounce on the inside. We're still below 2 ounces, so I'm good with that. Throw some weights up on here and we'll be good to go. So these 4 tires are road forced matched and balanced. They are ready to go. The front 2 tires both ended up under 5 pounds road force, and all the tires ended up with less than 2 ounces of total weight, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think the customer will really like these once they go on his car. So there you have some road force balancing on reconditioned wheels with brand new tires. They turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the final product. Now it's time to send these off to the customer and move on to the next job. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. You guys have a great day.